Thank you for watching and learning about Aashapath, Dignity Over Charity, a new future for India's daughters. When I worked as a doctor in the UK, I often received emails and messages from friends and family in Bangalore asking for help funding their children's university education. This was distressing because the situation has not improved since independence. Instead, it has worsened. For years, I have struggled to understand why Indian leaders focus more on caste and do not assist self-employed illiterate women and their children's education. After meeting Mrs. Anita Tai of the Karnataka State Unorganized Workers and Women's Rights Council, an organization dedicated to fostering sustainable development and empowering communities, they focus on education, healthcare, and gender equality to uplift communities. Underprivileged families. Through our initiatives, we aim to create a society where everyone has the opportunity to thrive and contribute meaningfully. After meeting with members of the organization and discussing with the organizers, I realized that the state does not receive funding and relies on philanthropists, charity, and personal contributions. I spent days trying to address the root cause of generational poverty and exploitation, not just the symptom. This is a solution that genuinely works, using AI to identify and understand the pain points these women and their daughters face. Below is a structured breakdown of the main challenges, grouped by stage, so I have partnered with a Sweeney, who explained how she identified and compiled a list of young mothers and girls volunteering at her event management. The project aims to address the pain points and structure their service using AI, enabling young women and university students from low-income backgrounds to offer a service that pays well and restores their dignity. Pain points of illiterate, low-income, self-employed women. These are the daily challenges faced by street vendors, domestic workers, and food stall owners that directly affect their ability to support their daughters' education and future. 1. Economic struggles. Irregular income, earnings fluctuate daily and are highly seasonal, making it difficult to plan or save for education. No financial safety net, most people lack access to savings accounts, insurance, or microcredit. One illness or accident can wipe out their small resources. Debt trap, many borrow from local moneylenders at high interest rates, which reduces their income and forces children to work. Lack of access to scholarships or formal education funding due to paperwork, illiteracy, or lack of awareness. 2. Educational barriers for daughters. Dropouts from secondary school, girls often leave school to help earn a living or care for their siblings. Lack of role models. If no woman in the family has advanced beyond primary education, college appears impossible. Language and digital barriers. Even when students reach university, English and technical skills still pose significant challenges. 3. Pressure to marry early. Social pressure often takes precedence over educational ambitions. 4. Social and psychological barriers. Shame and dependence. Asking for charity or handouts to support education undermines dignity and confidence. 5. Internalized inferiority. Many women and their daughters believe they are not good enough for professional jobs. Social isolation. Without networks or mentors, they lack anyone to guide them through the university admissions process, career planning, or employment. 6. Fear of failure. A profound fear that, even after studying, they won't secure employment, making the sacrifice seem futile. Pain points faced by daughters entering college. Even when these girls reach university, they face new levels of challenges that often push them into unsafe or exploitative work. 8. Financial pressures. Hidden costs, travel, digital devices, project fees, internships, beyond tuition become burdensome. Pressure to earn. Many are forced to take part-time jobs that disrupt lectures. Exploitative work. A lack of skills and options compels them to take low-paid, high-risk jobs such as escorting or bar dancing. Bead employability barriers. Outdated skills. Traditional degrees often fail to equip students with vital skills such as communication, grooming, event etiquette, and real-world soft skills. Lack of confidence and polish. Even when they are intelligent, individuals can be overlooked because they don't present themselves well. Language and communication. Weak spoken English and hesitation can harm your career. Lack of professional networks. Without referrals or contacts, they struggle to secure reputable jobs. Seed vulnerability to exploitation. Manipulated by intermediaries, many intermediaries deceive them with false promises into hospitality or entertainment jobs. Stigma and silence. Families often avoid discussing the dangers of sexual exploitation or unsafe working environments. Lack of legal awareness. They are unaware of their rights or how to seek help when they are exploited. 3. Why our project can be transformative. Aashapath is a company that will directly address multiple root problems simultaneously, replaces charity with dignity, creates a self-sustaining income source for families so girls can study without relying on donations. Bridges the education for employment gap by teaching event service, communication, and soft skills. You equip them with marketable talents that generate income. Prevents exploitation, offers a respectable alternative to risky work in escorting or dancing by valuing hospitality and personal service as legitimate careers. Breaks the cycle of poverty. Once a daughter earns confidently and legally, the next generation views education as a source of empowerment, not a burden. Next step. To build a strong foundation, we address pain points across 3 parallel tracks: the mother's empowerment track, financial literacy, micro-savings, and confidence-building programs. Daughter skill track, intensive training in grooming, communication, event etiquette, and hospitality. Dignity employment network, partnerships with hotels, event planners, wedding organizers, and exhibition hosts to hire your trained talent. Dignity over charity, a new future for India's daughters. Empowering low-income women and their daughters with skills, confidence, and support. Dignity. In the busy streets of our cities, beneath tarpaulin coverings and beside smoky tea stalls, you'll find the true backbone of our economy: street vendors, food stall owners, domestic workers, and self-employed women who work tirelessly to support their families. They battle daily against poverty, illiteracy, and social stigma. Yet, when their daughters reach university age, most of them have no choice but to beg for charity to fund their education. It's not because these young women lack talent or ambition, it's because the system is stacked against them. Education is expensive. Jobs are shrinking due to automation. And society offers them few options beyond low-paid clerical roles or, worse, dangerous and exploitative work. We believe there's a better way. Dignity ought to replace charity. The harsh reality, challenges that keep families in poverty. Before we discuss solutions, we must face the harsh reality that millions endure. 1. Mothers who struggle every day. Irregular earnings and a lack of financial safety nets mean they live hand to mouth. Debt cycles from small loans keep them dependent and powerless. A lack of literacy and awareness prevents access to scholarships or government schemes. Internalized shame keeps them from seeking help or from dreaming bigger. 2. Daughters who fight to stay in college. They drop out because travel, devices, and hidden costs become unmanageable. They face language barriers and digital illiteracy, even while still in school. They are often pressured into early marriage or forced to abandon education to work. Many resort to escort services, dancing, or unsafe jobs to cover fees. This is the silent crisis that no one wants to address, a situation made worse by automation. As AI replaces receptionists, office workers, and HR clerks, thousands of these young women will lose even the limited job opportunities they currently have. Our mission: transforming vulnerability into strength. We are building a company with a clear mission to ensure that no mother has to beg for charity again and no daughter has to sell her dignity to stay in school. Our solution is bold, practical, and deeply human. We will train, equip, and empower young women from low-income backgrounds to provide high-value services in hospitality, events, and personal assistance, sectors where human presence, charm, and soft skills will always be valued. The solution: a new path to empowerment. Empowering mothers with financial dignity. We begin at the root. We support illiterate and self-employed women with micro-savings education to help them plan for their daughter's future. Legal and social awareness to protect them from exploitation. Confidence-building workshops to break the cycle of shame and dependency. 2. Transforming daughters into skilled professionals. We will develop a structured training program focused on marketable skills that command higher pay, soft skills such as spoken English, confidence, grooming, and communication, professional etiquette, including hosting guests, presentation, decorum, and event management, digital literacy with essential tools for modern workplaces, and career readiness covering resume building, interview preparation, and mentorship. This approach transforms them from vulnerable students into professional personal secretaries, event hostesses, and service coordinators capable of working at conferences, exhibitions, weddings, and private events, earning a respectable income. 3. Connecting skills to sustainable income. Training means nothing without opportunity. That's why we will partner with hotels, event organizers, corporates, and wedding planners to hire our graduates. Create a verified workforce platform where trained women can be booked directly. Build an alum network and mentorship system to help them progress to more senior roles over time. Why this matters beyond jobs, a social revolution. This project is not just about employment, it's about rethinking the social contract. From charity to dignity, families no longer beg, they build. From exploitation to empowerment, girls no longer turn to unsafe work. From poverty to prosperity, education becomes a path to strength, not a debt trap. From dependence to legacy, trained daughters uplift their entire families and communities. We aim to turn every 1 rupee of investment into a generational ripple, creating not just workers, but role models who demonstrate that background should never define destiny. Our vision and call to action. We are building a national movement to train and place 100,000 young women in dignified, well-paying roles over the next 5 years. We believe in creating an opportunity to gain experience and become leaders who can empathize with others and help transform the lives of millions in India. But we cannot do it alone. We invite policymakers to support this mission through funding, land allocation, and raising public awareness. Corporations and investors to partner with us and access this trained workforce, and educators and NGOs to help us expand training and mentorship. Together, we can turn charity into opportunity, shame into pride, and vulnerability into unstoppable strength. Final thought, a new social contract. In a world racing towards automation, millions of young women risk being left behind, or worse, pushed into unsafe work just to survive. But we can change that. Our mission is straightforward. No mother should ever have to beg for her daughter's education, and no daughter should ever have to sell her dignity to learn. By equipping them with fundamental skills, confidence, communication, and professional etiquette, we are shaping a new workforce, one that's dignified, empowered, and prepared for the future. This is not charity. This is justice. This is dignity. And this is the future India deserves. The world does not need more charity. It needs an opportunity with dignity. With your support, whether as partners, investors, or policymakers, we can create a model that not only funds education but also fundamentally changes what education means for India's most vulnerable families. Because when a mother stops begging and a daughter ceases to be afraid, an entire generation rises.